Alright class, now we're going to discuss percents, and we'll start off with a basic one. What is 23% of 86? And when we take percentages, we're talking about out of 100. So 23% is 23 out of 100, and this is just 0.23. So really when you say a percentage, you can just move the decimal twice to the left. And to find this real fast, we'll do 0.23 times 86, and this gives us 19.78. 0.23 times 86 is 19.78. Alright, our next example, we've got 70 is 10% of what number? I'm going to show you a proportion. If you'll remember this proportion, these percentage questions are easy to solve since we just had a test on proportions. So what I want you to remember is over of equals percent over 100. So out of these problems, you're going to be given two of these, and you just plug them in and solve for the missing piece. And so we have 70 is. So 70 is. 70 goes on top. 10%. Percent goes here. Over 100 of what? We're solving for the of. Here's our proportion. We'll solve it, cross multiply it. So we have 10x equals 7,000. Divide both sides by 10. X equals 700. So 70 is 10% of 700. Okay, on this example, this is a two-part percent problem. So it is if something, then something else. So if you see an if problem, let's focus on the if statement first. If 15% of n is 300. Okay, so we can take this first part and figure out what n is. Once we solve for n, then we can figure out 22% of n just by saying 0.22 times our answer. So let's figure out the first part. Let's set it up. Is over of equals percent over 100. Alright, so if 15%, 15 over 100, what's that? Of n, of on bottom, is 300. Alright, let's cross multiply this and solve for n. So we have 30,000 equals 15n. Alright, let's divide both sides by 15. N equals, let's figure this up. So n is 2,000. Alright, so now that we know what n is, what is 22% of n? What is 22% of 2,000? Well, let's do 2,000 times 0.22. And our answer is 440. Okay. Alright, for this example, I go into a fishing store. I see a rod that says $220, but it also says it's 20% off, and the sales tax is 9%. Let's figure out how much I have to pay for this fishing rod. Okay, so since it tells me I am paying 20% off, it's 20% off the sale price of $220. So what percentage am I actually paying? If they're taking 20% off, I'm actually paying 80%. So in percentages, we're thinking of 100, so you take 20 off, I'm paying 80%. So let's figure out what is 80% of 220. So let's do that. 80% is 0.8 times 220. All right, let's do that. And we get $176. All right, so now I have to pay a sales tax. Sales tax is 9%. So after I pay the $176, I got to pay 9% more. So an easy way to do this in the calculator is you can say 176 times, I'm actually paying 109% of 176. I'm paying the 100% plus the 9%, that's 109%. So times 1.09. Let's see what that gives us. 176 times 1.09. So my price for this fishing rod is going to be $191.84. I would like to give a big shout out to my first period 11A Algebra 2 with Trig. They had the highest overall average in the school on my equations inequality test, and they had a 74%. So great job, guys. Keep up the good work.